Um, hey everyone, I'm sure a lot of you saw the alert this morning that you received on your phones around 8 a.m. alerting residents via SMS that there was a inbound ballistic missile threat to seek shelter. Um, and if you weren't on social media, you didn't know what was going on, whether it was real or not, until you either got the message now that we just got about 45 minutes later. We wanted to get on and talk to you guys. We wanted to get your reactions. One, what happened? I'm still shaking. My wife is crying. And, my first reaction was I had to fact check it. I didn't believe it. And that's what's scary to me. I think the bad thing, there's two things. It's a good thing this happened, and it's a bad thing this happened. It's good that, we're not going to get a warrant. This is going to happen the way it just happened, if it was real. But as I continue, post your reactions below. If you're here in Hawaii, you got the message. How did you react? Tell us your story. Where were you? Please post in the comments. If you don't post in the comments, email us news@civilbeat.org and tell us your story. Like I said, I can't stop shaking, and I'm not faking that right now. And this is 45 minutes later. I'm scrambling, being the news person I am, trying to get the news out to people. We posted on Facebook, we posted on Twitter to let people know as soon as possible that this was a false alarm. For those of you that are tuning in and did not know, this was a false alarm. At around 8 a.m., Hawaii residents got an SMS message, an emergency alert, saying that there was an inbound ballistic missile and to seek shelter. And it was very scary. I immediately went to Twitter. I personally saw Tulsi Gabbard tweet first that this was a false alarm. Hawaii Senator Tulsi Gabbard, Representative Tulsi Gabbard. So that was my official warning, but I don't know how many people even thought to even look at Twitter to see whether or not this happened or not. And I'm sure a lot of people were asking the same question as to what's going on. Is this real? Is this happening? How many of you seek shelter? I'm trying to read some of your comments. The comments are going pretty quickly. I saw a lot of comments. So I took a screenshot of our phone, posted it on our Facebook page, and already we got a lot of comments of people saying that they have friends in the military, telling them that this was a drill. Somebody made a mistake. We haven't officially gotten confirmed, but our reporters are already working on it. There's a story being worked up as we speak. All right, so I'm going to look at your comments as they come in. Exactly. There is no shelter. So what a lot of the public information that was being provided to people was that you have to seek the best shelter whether it's the basement in a concrete building nearby. One of my colleagues let us know that there were people pulling over in the tunnel on H3 when they got the message. So, like I said, if you have a story about your experience through all of this, please post it below. If you are worried it'll get lost in the tons of comments you guys are posting right now, please email our newsroom, news@civilbeat.org. And let us know what your story is. How did you react? How did you feel? What did you do? And who do you think should be at fault for this? Well, I know that's the initial reaction is like, let's go to turn on the TV, right? And there was nothing to turn on. So social media is kind of the answer as to even get a remote clue as to what's going on. So I'm reading your comments as they come in. Is there anybody here from Hawaii that's watching this right now that wants to share their story? Okay. Yeah. I'm got to breathe right now myself because, like I said, I'm still trying to calm down from this, and it's here it is an hour later. Yeah. So the building I'm in. Yes. News at civilbeat.org. You are correct. That's where you want to send emails to share your story as to how you that you experienced this. So so far, I've seen tweets from most of the public officials, most of the elected officials regarding this. Getting text notifications from all the big news sites now, because the rest of the country is getting caught up in what just happened here this morning. Jennifer, email, because none of us are in the office right now. Please email news@civilbeat.org. And that's the best way to get a message to us right now. Yeah. Well, we're here for you guys. Right now, I'm actually on my balcony. I'm in Honolulu. That's the Waikiki skyline behind me. I live in Makiki myself. I'm in a concrete building that's about 20 floors. We have a parking garage, and like I said, our first reaction was to fact check this. So yeah, it was pretty scary. So we have reporters that are working on this right now. They're not in this chat. I will go into my laptop to double check any notes from them. But I just wanted to get your stories. I wanted to hear your reactions. I can't even fathom how many people, in their lives, people were out about driving. The sun is up. They were going about their day. It was 8 a.m. and that terrifying alert sound goes off on your phone, and the message you see is that there's an inbound ballistic missile. And I can't even imagine what would go through everyone's heads at this point. So that's why we want to hear your stories. This is how it would really happen if it did happen for real. The problem is it now puts doubts in people's heads the next time this alert goes off. People will doubt it. Thanks, Albert. If anybody in here watching that lives here in Hawaii right now, let me know in the comments. Well, Nalani, where are you from? Yeah, so I'm just waiting to see other people's comments. Went from making pancakes to wondering if we're all going to die, Jennifer. Yeah, I was actually making bacon. I was just finished making bacon. Someone tweeted at me a screenshot. The first thing I got was, hey, Anthony's real. I actually had on my phone, so you can actually turn those emergency alerts off. And because I'm always in a scenario where I could be at a press conference or something, I actually have my emergency alerts off on my phone, so I would never have known that happened. So you tried to call 911 and it was busy? Yes, that's correct. Honolulu does not have shelters, public shelters. Yeah, so what I want to know is how many of you actually went for shelter during this, believed it was real and went to shelter. Like I said, my first reaction was that I had doubted the alert. I do agree on that. It is the fact that it took almost 40 minutes for the response to put out a false alert that this was incorrect was really bad. Yeah. So like I said, I wanted to share you guys. Alana Eagle, we drove up to a friend's house who had a concrete garage and locked ourselves in. Yeah, we didn't even go that far. Like I said, we doubted it ourselves. Yeah, it's interesting how mainland people were alerted to this quicker in some areas. So like I said, if there's anybody here who lives in Hawaii who got the message, send us your stories. Email news@civilbeat.org. Let us know everything you went through. Lauren, barricaded in her bathroom, very freaked out and alone. Shelters is in concrete buildings nearby. So Hawaii Civil Defense went through various ways of alerting folks as to what to do in this scenario. And from what it sounds like in the comments is that a lot of you didn't know what to do. Mona, you sheltered in place in your condo building, indoor corridor. Yeah. I was in my apartment this morning, so I didn't actually witness anybody or anything going on. We had a colleague of ours in the North Shore who said he didn't see anybody scrambling when the message went off. Their siren went off. And that's Pearl Harbor. So apparently a warning siren went off in Pearl Harbor area, according to a close friend of mine that lives over there. We didn't hear any sirens, it was just the SMS alert. Thank you, Nathan. Guys, Nathan Eagle just posted the link to for the information of what to do during an emergency attack, specifically a nuclear attack. Jonathan, you said you drove home as soon as possible. Willa, you just... hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Just got off graveyard shift on my way home, walking when I got the alerts, thinking that my son is home alone, praying that I can reach him. If this thing would have took place, literally, I have to see more. Praying that I can reach him if this thing have to take place. It was literally crying. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Willa. It's I'm gonna read some more of these. I'm gonna keep going here. Alana Eagle says her emergency siren in Hawaii Kai did not go off. Nathan, Char, I live in Makiki. A number of folks around me were scrambling in a really orderly fashion towards the back of Manoa. Zen says he didn't hear any sirens going off in Pearl City. In Mililani, there is a concrete water pump station 3 houses down. Only thing I could entertain in terms of safety. Mark says in Kailua we sheltered in place, interior hallway, away from windows, and sat on the floor. Stephen Whitney says I shut the doors and just waited. Lucky my wife got the message. Amy says, yep, I live near Pearl Harbor and I heard it faintly. So that means that Amy heard the sirens going off at Pearl Harbor as well. I apologize if I say your name wrong. Pilani says, my son works near a base, and I asked what was going on the base. He said helicopters were taking off and the sirens were going off on base. Use everything teachable. Yes, Nainoa, Nathan Eagle actually posted a link. If you guys want to post it again, there's a I don't remember the URL, so if you can post it again, that would be great. I'm trying to scroll through these comments as I can here. Yes, for those of you just tuning in, the ballistic missile alert was false. It was a mistake. People were not alerted to it via SMS until about 45 minutes after the initial message saying that there was an inbound missile alert. So far, it sounds like the sirens only went, as far as we're hearing right now, that they only went off in the Pearl Harbor area. Lilino, here in Ala Moana. So the sirens went off. Phone alert and sirens went off in Ala Moana. Nathan posted a link. So here's the link, ready.gov/nuclear-blast. It's in the comments. That's the link of why Civil Defense says you guys should do in case of a missile attack or nuclear blast. So please share that link to let folks know. We're going to find that out. How is this a mistake? We are absolutely going to find that out. Yeah, it sounds like only sirens went off in certain places, not areas. I live in Makiki. We did not hear any sirens going off here. Mark says you could hear faint sirens in Kailua. They could have gone off here. Our doors were closed, so we wouldn't have heard it, because we haven't heard it here in Makiki with the windows closed. For those of you joining now, if you have a story about if you're in Hawaii and you got that message, how did you react? What did you do? Where did you go? Let us know by emailing us at news@civilbeat.org. And send us your stories. We're going to take as many stories as we can. We're not sure what or why or how this happened, but our entire staff right now is working at trying to get more information for you guys. So just so you know, I'm in Makiki. This is the Waikiki skyline behind me. I'm in Honolulu. You can see, just a normal day. Going on from my view. Thank you guys for your comments and letting us know. Ask your friends, ask your family. Go to civilbeat.org. Send us your emails. If you want to get alerted to when we publish a story about this, go sign up to our newsletter and visit our website, civilbeat.org, and you'll be alerted to when the story goes up. All right, so I'm going to just recap real quick. Around 8 a.m., everyone got an SMS message saying that there was a ballistic missile inbound alert. Sounds like a lot of folks heard sirens. And in correspondence with that, the Hawaii Civil Defense did not send out a false alarm message until about 40 or 45 minutes after the initial warning message. So a lot of people, for a good 30-35 minutes, depending on if they check social media or not, reacted as if it was real, sought shelter, tried to do the best they can to alert family and friends, and finally the message started getting out to people that this message was false, and now we're just kind of sharing the reactions as to all of this. So thank you guys for your messages. We're okay. We don't know what's gone on. My wife said, I can only imagine that somebody could have had a heart attack just even getting that message. So I'm curious if there was even any medical emergencies that occurred because of this message. How many accidents from somebody grabbing their phone in their car while they're driving. These are all possible scenarios. All right, so I'm going to sign off. If you guys can do me a favor, share this post, share it around. We're looking for stories from folks that live here in Hawaii who experienced this. What did you do? How did you feel? And how are you feeling now? And what are you doing now about this? Let us know. Email us at news@civilbeat.org. You can message us on our Facebook page. We will post a story as soon as possible. But thank you guys for joining me and helping me calm down a little bit myself. And like I said, share this post and let others know. Okay? Thank you very much.